everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and you guys, first of all, I'm wearing a yellow shirt. I mean, it's got like these really, it's a Matilda Jane shirt, and it's got these really cute, like, what are these, like, kind of sleeves on them. I don't know what the word is, but it's got like a little of this going on. It's so cute. I mean, like, all my like arm fat like jiggliness kind of like pokes out. I got like these big arms, like tree trunk style, but I love the shirt so much, and like I don't think I have time to care about my fat arms, but I don't know, I just love it. But I'm not sure how I feel about me. Like, I'm pasty, and like my skin tone does not wear well with yellow. If I look in my closet, I think I own like 2 shirts that are predominantly yellow, and like this is the only one I actually wear. So not only did I choose today to wear it with my skin tone, which is never going to change, and then I have yellow walls. Oh man. So like I blend in like a banana in the forest. Banana in the forest would stick out. Paige, stop talking. Okay, so you guys, today we have a new, I'm so weird, a new Dior foundation. This is the Dior Forever Skin Undercover. It is 24-hour wear, full coverage, fresh, weightless foundation. It is water-based and highly pigmented. It says so on the bottle. Then if it says it, it must be true. This is a 1.3. Oh, girl, Dior giving us a little extra product. Okay. It is a 1.3 ounce bottle. This is $52. I got it from Sephora. Whoa. 52 bucks. Well, we are not cheap, are we? What's the skin range? Oh, that's actually not horrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 24 shades. Okay, so not bad. What else do we need to know? Let's go into the little, like, about me section. By the way, I think I know about as much about these foundations as you do when you start this video, which is maybe next to none, because I don't know much. This says that it is full coverage. It is good for sensitive, normal, dry combination, and oily. It has a matte finish, 24-hour wear, water-based, which 24-hour wear, we know how I feel about that. 24 hours, bitch. If you get me to like 8, I'm pretty happy. If you get me to 12, I'm like, damn, I'm pretty excited. Dior introduces the most extreme wear foundation yet with Dior Skin Forever Undercover. This ultra fluid, water-based foundation blends full coverage with a lightweight formula to deliver a natural matte finish that goes from day to night. It contains the highest level of pigments out of all Dior's foundations, almost twice that of the original Forever Fluid foundation for even fuller coverage, which you guys will see me try that foundation coming up, the other one. I did try, I grabbed both of them so I could do them both for you, it's just FYI. Because I realized on my channel, I tried the Dior Air Flash, but I had never tried their Forever foundation or Forever Skin or whatever it's called. Do I even have that right here anywhere? This one, it's the Dior Forever Perfection. I will try this in probably 1 or 2 videos from now, so just keep your eyes open. You'll be able to kind of see that one. I don't like compare the two or anything, but just so you know, you'll get to see that one in action as well. All right, let's do this. Well, that's disappointing. This is plastic. That is dark. What? This is the light. I'm sorry. Pause, please, for a heart attack. This is in the shade 010 Ivory. Very light with neutral undertones. Very light? Did I go to Bermuda? Dior, you are drunk. And it's plastic. $52 Dior. This should not be plastic. This one is not plastic, for the record. This is very nice. This, very cheap. Oh my sweet lord. Are you kidding me with this? This is pathetic. All right, I'm already annoyed. I'm so sick of companies saying like, oh, it's so light. In what world? Newsflash, all companies, there's more than 4 skin tones. Beige, 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 and dark beige. Hey. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to try some Beauty Blender action over here. And just kind of, look, are you kidding? This is so orange. Like, what about this is neutral? Ooh, smell. Well, I only used that little bit, which wasn't very much at all. It kind of has beautiful coverage. Sits gorgeous on the skin, but in case you were wondering, like, that's the color difference we're talking about. Like, are you kidding? Like, look at my chin. Done, not done. That's ridiculous. All right, let's go ahead and try the other side with a brush. Hi, I just wanted to bring you up close so you could really see the Too-Faced action we have going on right now. Whatever. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh, why is there a hair on this? Go away. We're going to go in with the Y6 from Mofe. We're just going to kind of stipple around over here just to see if we like how it goes on. Wow. She's definitely got some coverage. I'll give her that. Wow. This actually has like a really like light powdery feel to it. Like it feels like a cream to powder, but oh my god, it just feels so light. I can't even describe it other than to say it feels like a powder. That's so weird. And it literally, like, look at how quick that was. Like that whole side just buffed and blended out. Like holy crap. This is like such a quick, easy application. And like, it's one of those too, you know how sometimes foundations are like super, super dense? So when you put it on your hand and you try to blend it out with a brush, how you can like feel it like dragging, it's like dragging through paint kind of, or like a really thick glue. This literally feels like I'm like buffing on powder. That's how light this is. So that's kind of the color. So I'm gonna kind of have to, you know, match this to myself because yikes. But my first impression is this looks gorgeous on the skin. Like, it looks stunning. I'm shocked. It feels like something that would be drying just because it has such a powdery feel to it, but it's almost like it hits the skin and just goes shoo. Like I don't know how to describe it more than that. It's like, it looks so beautiful and the coverage is instantaneous. This is probably one of the most unique formulas for a foundation I've ever tried before. Like, huh. Dior also has one of the most interesting perceptions on light color. Their Dior Air Flash, I remember when I tried that, it was ridiculous. Like, the level of darkness on my face. Okay, you guys, that's intriguing. Wow. Let me go ahead. I'm going to try and shape tape and, like, fix this real quick. Oh, this is going to be fun. I'm going to keep this one short because I think that I struggle with that. So, let me go ahead. I'll be right back. And I'm perplexed as all get out right now. Like, did that really just go on that easy? Okay, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I finished up the rest of my face, and I think the first thing that I'm gonna know, obviously I'm frustrated with the color. This is literally like what I had to do to like bring it as close to humanly possible. Sorry, there's like a weird little like green tint from the necklace I wore yesterday and I didn't take it. I don't know how I missed that. Like, I realized after I literally just put my lipstick on, I was like, what is that? And I don't know if it picks up on camera, but it looks a little green right there. So I'm not like rotting at the neck, it just looks a little funny. So we're just gonna pull the hair down. It never happened, but like if you don't address it on camera, people are like, why is your neck green? And they like get all stupid. So anyways, aside from the color, which is definitely a struggle, I do feel like it continued to get almost deeper in tone. And obviously, no, I'm not talking about just the little bit of like bronzer I put on, because trust me, with this, you can't, if you're pasty, you almost can't add much bronzer with this. I found myself, instead of adding bronzer, adding like whitening powder all over my face, trying to like actually give my face back its color, like take back the fortress kind of situation. What I do really, really love about this foundation though, is the way that it sat down onto the skin. Now when it says matte finish, this is matte, almost like I said before, to powder finish. Like, it is very, very matte. So if you have dry skin, I do not see any way that this could possibly work for you. The coverage has maintained gorgeous. I love that there is no issue with cakiness with this, because again, you use such a little amount, and the way that it goes on is so powdery that you don't so much have to worry about cakeage. I do, with that being said, have a little that gathered in the lines of my nose, but that's not a huge deal. It doesn't do much for my pores, like on my nose, which I was really shocked about. I thought for sure that it was going to get a lot more like gorgeous on the nosal region, which was kind of a bummer. And around the mouth, it's looking a little bit porous, but you know, that happens with my foundations. I've said this a lot. I have what's called the sweet spot. Once I get into the sweet spot with the foundation, it looks gorgeous, but it takes about about 2 to 3 hours, well, at least 1 to 2 hours safely, for every foundation to really get on my face, for the oils from my face to meld with the foundation and the powders. It all kind of comes together and starts to jive. So I'm still waiting for that to happen. I didn't film, or I didn't, you know, take forever today. As far as the rest of the products on my face, you will see a lot of these coming up. I'm reviewing a bunch of like different miscellaneous drugstore items, and I'm gonna put together like a what's new at the drugstore. You know, we've got some Wet n Wild palettes, some NYX palettes, some NYX glitters and shimmers. On my mouth is just like a ColourPop lip liner. Like, it's, you know, stuff like that that's just super random. But again, I'll be going over all that in a later video, so stay tuned and I'll kind of tell you about it. But I was kind of shook at like the level, like the different dimension I went with on my face today. I'm not hating it. Why are there strings on my mouth? No, thank you. So as usual, you guys, I'm going to run out and do the rest of my day. I will stop back on at the end. We're going to talk about this foundation, how it wore, what we think, and kind of go from there, and see what we think. So yeah, so far, I'm curious. I'm getting more curious. I don't know, I like it. I think that if you have a deeper skin tone though, like from the start, I think this is gorgeous. But as far as my pasty self, we will see here in some hours, so hang tight. Okay guys, so this has been on my face for 8 hours, and one of the things I think that really is like getting to me a little bit, and it's not like in a bad way, but my face it kind of looks almost exactly the same, like in a creepy way. Like, okay, I feel like I have to nitpick what's wrong. Like, I have creasing in my nose, like on the sides of my nose, which, okay, big friggin' whoop. Okay, I'm like gonna have to really get in here, cause like, there's almost nothing. Like, it didn't wear off of any of my acne spots. Like, they're all beautifully covered. The Hulk line ate a little bit, but like, okay, he's always very hungry, little ass. I guess, okay, so on like the sides of my nose, which of course you'll get your close up, but like on my pores on my nose, it looks like the pigment kind of stuck to those and it's a little speckled through there. And like on the underside down through in this whole area, like up under the nostrils and on my upper lip, and I guess a little on my chin right here, it looks a little like dusty, chalky, like dry kind of. But that's all I got. Like, you guys, everything layered on top of, oh, okay, I'm sorry, and like right in here. So I guess like this area, like the snoutal mouth region, that whole area looks a little like dry, I guess. But if I were to like spray it real quick, I mean, it's been 8 hours. So if I were to spray it with like a, that 3-in-1 hangover primer, you guys, I just took some cough medicine. It would, oh my God. It would replenish that and make it look, you know, a little more alive. You guys, overall, I think this is actually a stunning foundation. This reminds me of the Maximum Coverage by Estee Lauder that I talk about a lot as far as the coverage and the color, or the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation, very similar to that, or even like the Huda Beauty Foundation, in the sense that you don't need a lot of it to get really amazing coverage. My biggest issue, the Catrice HD Cover, that's a good one too. I try to name like, you know, some high-end, some drugstore, you know, kind of mix it up a little bit. But I think my only issue with this foundation, you guys, it's got to be the color. Like, don't get me wrong, I think that it matched better than I gave it credit for. I really had to do a lot of like blending on my neck to make it look okay. So for me, I guess I would say if you're a tanner, or if you're someone that tans, you could pull this off in the summer, but like, I'm this color year round. I don't get color because that would involve the sun, and the sun makes me red. Not ever tan. Oh no, no, just red. Red and white, like the flag. I get nothing but red and white over here. So I think, you guys, like, honestly, it's beautiful, but I honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to mix this. Like, for me, anytime I have a foundation that's so dark, like this, like, again, the Estee Lauder Maximum, that's a great example. I have to use that as a mix-in foundation. I use it as a mix-in when I want to add coverage, and it is an amazing foundation to add coverage. It wears like a dream, just like this one. It wears beautiful by itself, but it's so dark, I can't wear it by itself. And the issue I have with this one is that it is so, like, dry feeling. Not bad, like, not dry feeling like my face feels dry, but as you apply it, like I said when I was putting it on, it feels like a powder finish. So my only concern is, how is this going to mix if I have to mix, like, a, say my Maybelline Matte and Poreless in with it? How is that going to mix? How is that going to work? Because that's so liquidy. Like, I feel so perplexed, but at the same time, I feel like I have to know, because you guys, this, and it looks stunning. And I actually had people mention to me, like, your face looks so beautiful tonight. And I was like, well, you know, thanks. Oh, wait, it's the foundation. Damn. But, like, it really does look, there's something about this foundation that looks so subtle and so demure. I don't even know how to, like, I don't know how to describe it. It looks beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and, like, jump into this up close, and you guys can kind of see what we're talking about. But, like, even from far away, I feel like I look airbrushed. Is that just like a Dior thing? How do they airbrush me? Every time I try anything Dior, it's like, whoops, airbrush, whoops, airbrush. Girl, let me borrow that brush sometime. I'm gonna brush it over my face day. Day. So the only area that I was talking about that I saw any issue, this was like the side of my nose. And again, the issue is like so light, I don't even know if you'll be able to see it on camera. We have this little cakiness right in here, but like, okay, big shock. And then this region right in here did get a little cakey looking. You can kind of see it up under the nose, the smile lines right in here, and then a little on the chin. But you guys, like, look at this, like, how gorgeous. And hello, highlight, how you doing? Yes, yes, diffused, yes, queen. That was another thing I noticed about this foundation that I really wanted to point out. The way that my other products blended on top of it, on the, obviously I'm just talking about like the face products, they blended so beautifully. I went in with my bronzer, and as I was bronzing in my skin, I actually noticed that it seems like this foundation, when, okay, because obviously I foundationed, I shape taped, and then I did go ahead and I air spun, coated, that sounds so weird, but I coated my entire face in my air spun, you know, and I went through and I papped my face 1,000 times. And what I thought was so interesting is that I do that step with everything to keep it so consistent, right? Like you guys have seen me do 1,000 times. And what was interesting is that when I baked, or when I, you know, wiped away my bake and all my powder and da-da-da, and I went in to do my contour, it was almost like this foundation has a way of melting with your other products, like through the air spun. And then I did my bronzer, and it just like it diffuses somehow the pigmentation of the bronzer. I go on with my blush, and I'm just like going, you know, doing my blush thing, and it just, like, it somehow airbrushes. And I don't get this effect with anything but Dior. And because it did the same thing when I did the air spun too, or the air spun, derp. You guys, I really did just take cold medicine, I swear. Or not cold medicine, cough syrup. There we go, cough syrup. The air flash, or the, is that what it's called? Dior Air Flash, yeah, the spray stuff. I'm not that crazy. And when I used to buff those in, it was the same exact thing. And my highlight, I have never had my highlight diffuse and look this soft before. Like normally, and if you guys watch my channel, I have a lot of issue like blending it right in this area. And I think it's because I naturally have really high cheekbones, so it's almost like it gets kind of stuck on that lip right there, and it has a hard time looking natural in that area. And it's just my face. Like, what are you gonna do? But what I noticed is that with this foundation in particular, it's almost like it effortlessly like blended itself down my cheekbone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but I'm telling you, in real life, you guys, I actually caught myself looking at my face and going, wow, multiple times tonight. Let me tell you, that does not happen often. You guys, I hope you have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, because that's the end of this video. I got nothing else for you. Go back to camp. That's from Survivor, right? I I love this foundation. I would recommend it only if you have a deeper skin tone than me, because it is really difficult to mix. I will definitely keep you guys updated here after a while to know if this is something I was able to mix with a lighter foundation. If I can get this to mix, oh, look out, because I love you. It wears like a dream. It goes on beautiful. Everything looks amazing. And like I said, for it to last this long, I am impressed. I'm so impressed. I just dropped something. I'm so impressed. You guys, like I said, have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this. Check the description box for all my social media handles. I am legitimately, like, how often in my channel am I like, wow? That almost never happens because I have horrible skin. Like, it's oily and it gets cakey and it gets weird and it has bumps all over it. And this literally makes me feel like a queen. Like this kind of like coverage, and I didn't have to use very much. Like, I feel like for 52 bucks at first I was all like, oh, it's so expensive. First of all, it's Dior, dummy, so yes, it's expensive. But I think now that I've used it, I'm still not impressed, by the way. Plastic packaging, no Dior, no. That's beneath you just because. But what I'm so impressed with is for $52, all of a sudden I'm like, this is gonna last so long. Like, this would have to last forever, right? Like, no, not forever, but it would last a minute. I mean, my good Lord. Even if you had like, oh God, what is that? Like a BB cream or a CC cream, and you just wanted to be like, boop, and like give yourself some bippity boppity boo coverage, this would add such nice coverage to like a cream without hardly adding any product or like changing the consistency of it. Oh my God, I'm intrigued by you, little girl. I am intrigued. I am so, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go. I literally could ramble forever about how perplexed I am. Everything about you is like freaking me out a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you guys out later. Have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this for the third or fourth time that I said that. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Da, 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 da. Almost forgot. I'm so glamorous. I almost forgot you. Hello.